Welcome back, awesome action toy fans and subscribers. It is once again Warhammer 40k time. JoyToy Warhammer 40k. Today is Wednesday, the 1st of November 2023, and we are looking at this Ultramarines Captain in Gravis Armour. This came today along with the Custodes. Looks really quite cool. I do suffer a little bit from Ultramarine fatigue because there's so many of them. However, this does look like a cool piece. Says he's 12.7 cm. That should be to the top of his head. The measurements aren't always accurate, but most of the time they are. So, on the box, we have a picture of him on the back. He comes with a sword. Is it two swords, it looks like? Sword and chainsword. Also helmeted head, and he has a cloak that goes over one side. Does look pretty nice. Power fist with his whatever guns attached to that there too. Very nice looking. Okay, let me unbox him, set him up. I'll be back in an instant. Stay tuned. And here he is. He does look good. So he comes with, as we've seen with most new releases, the base for the feet, if you want to help him stand up. This helmeted head, which does look pretty cool, like that. He comes with a right gripping. I didn't change his hand over for the sword. He's got his trigger hand on the sword, which holds it fine. Also a right fist. And this power sword here. And he comes with his chainsword, which he's holding incorrectly, I should point out. His chainsword there as well. So let's get a close look at the chainsword and him. Now what's really nice is you may be able to see, you can see there for real, he has edge highlighting, not as pronounced as the early releases from their 40k line, but he does have it. And his head sculpt here is pretty nice looking too. Let's get myself a pose. So he's a nice looking figure, 100%. Very cool. I like these sort of edges on his cape there. His cape can be taken off if you take his you'll probably take this part off the top. You see, oh look. So this part at the top, you can see that there are two holes, and that one probably pulls out as well. So you could take that off, take an arm off, and they could pop his cape off. Put this one back on for now. There we go. And he's got his high heel dancing shoes on, which is a nice for a Saturday night. Pretty cool. Articulation, top to bottom. Let's go to the back first. I believe the nozzle should, yeah. So nozzles turn. That means this should, yeah, this turns as well, with the skull also moving. And then head. Good backwards and forwards, side to side, and you can turn, but not easy to turn with fat fingers. These sort of slimmer fingers for this. Shoulders is where I'm gonna cry. Oh, hello. Shoulders is where I'm gonna cry. He just popped out of joint. In fact, I could take his. You could take his cape off for his waist. That'd be a lot easier. There we go. Is he in? He's in. Okay, so shoulders. JoyToy, have you sent me? Oops. Have you sent me one which doesn't stay in joint, or is that just my issue? It doesn't appear to be a glued waist joint. That is quite a stiff pin. Let's try that again. There, okay, that clicked. Okay, that should be okay. Yeah. Okay, so shoulders, it will go all the way around on this side, but the cape will get in the way. Lateral raise. Yeah, it's going to pop out. Really quite small on the lateral raise, which is a shame. There is the what's that it's called now? The butterfly joints can come forwards, which is great. Bicep bend. He's getting, it looks like, just about 90 degrees on that bicep, which is pretty cool. There's also a bicep swivel. Hand is a double barbell, so he gets movement and articulation in all directions. Trunk, don't come apart please. Really good forwards, backwards, good side to side. He can turn. Waist can turn. It can forwards, backwards, it can side to side. So together, this is where he's going to pop out a joint. So I might be tempted to glue that in actually, but not right now. Together, he gets a good forwards and backwards. He also gets a good side to side we'll look at, and hopefully I'm going to break this as well, doing that on top. Look at that. Sideways and backwards. Good. It's all going pear-shaped now. But at least that's in. Okay. Get this one back on again. Okay. So, together. Okay. Backwards is great. Sideways is alright. And you can turn. Hips outwards. Not far. Wouldn't expect it to be. Forwards is okay for the bulk. Backwards is tiny, but these kind of get in the way. There is a thigh twist. I should point out this hand has nothing apart from the bicep swivel because it's the power fist. The thighs, double kneecap, and even with this armor, he still gets slightly over 90 degrees, which is good with the cables, I should say, not the armor. Feet. He has the boot turn. He has tippy toe. He has dorsiflexation, very small, but he does have the good toe articulation. And his hands are a nice, softer, rubbery grip. So you don't feel like you have to fight to make him hold, to open his fingers to hold something. He actually holds them quite easily. But I will say, despite his big feet, this cloak does overbalance him backwards slightly because he's also top heavy. It's come apart again. So need to be careful about that. I think I might be contacting JoyToy about this one. It's not a major issue, you know. I can just tap just a touch of glue and that'll be sorted out. But there's no real click when I push it in. Now his little thing here popped off the back. Just push that back on. Okay, so let's get an idea of how big he is. It says in the box, what, 12.7 was it? So the box says that he is 12.7. I'm sure that is a lie. He's like 13 plus. He is, I'm going to say he's around about 13.4, 13 and a half, around that sort of mark. So he's considerably bigger than they said. Let's compare him to the Ultramarines Captain I reviewed recently, who's a really good figure. Restored my faith in Ultramarines. I was getting Ultramarine fatigue. I love the fact he's got this sort of visor can open up. You can see he towers above the Ultramarines Captain, but that's mainly due to his armor, his Gravis Armour there. But both do look good. The other thing to notice is that the Ultramarines Captain doesn't have edge highlighting. This guy does. It is there. It's coming back. Hopefully it's coming back in all their figures. It does look pretty good. Good release. I might have to glue my little pin in, I think, as I said. Not sure it's worth me contacting JoyToy about that because it's just a tiny, small thing. But an easy fixable, but a nice looking figure who's going to look great with your collection. Okay, it's Awesome Actually signing out, saying please like, share, subscribe. Check out the Patreon if you've not done so already. And I will see you in the next video. Stay happy, keep collecting. Bye-bye.